Hi everybody, I'm back at UKGE and I've stopped off with Siegfried at Evil Genius Games because I've seen some things that have just instantly intrigued me. What have you guys brought to the show?
Well, we've got our main game, which is called Everyday Heroes, and it's a modern-day action role-playing game. So you play in the modern world, but kind of a Hollywood version of it. And you're playing either normal characters or extraordinary characters, and so you can go on a bank heist, you can fight criminals, you can be an assassin. Just about anything that's a modern action game is in the core rule book. It's based on 5th edition rules, so if you play D&D, you know how to play the game already, but it's been worked in such a way that it really feels like its own game and its own experience. Stuff is blowing up, glass shards are flying, bullets are ripping through, characters are dodging for their life, barroom brawls, all that kind of good stuff. So it's a lot of fun, great for a change of pace if you play fantasy most of the time, you want a little palate cleanser. It's really cool because when you play in the modern world, Google Earth is your source book, right? You can zoom in on any building in the world, have that be the location of the action that you're doing. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a bit untapped, and so we're bringing that experience to everybody here.
That sounds really, really amazing. The next one in the queue is actually really tugging at my nostalgia strings. Escape from New York.
Yeah, so I had a great time working on this book. I'm the principal designer for these games. And it's an expansion for Everyday Heroes, so you play it with the core rules. But it adds on everything you need to experience the world of Snake Plissken and what we call New York Max for New York Maximum Security Prison. It's like a post-apocalyptic world that takes place on Manhattan Island after it's been infected by Reagent 18, which drives people to become psychotic killers. And the government is in the middle of World War III, so they've declared martial law. They round up every criminal in the country and stick them in there. And in the adventures, you're going in there too, either as a criminal or somebody trying to get a mission done. And it's chaos and mayhem every step of the way.
Oh my God. The number of times I've watched that movie went, but no, I would have done that.
Exactly. And that was the vision for these games. Our owner loves action movies, and he always yells at the screen, "No, what are you doing?" And so he wanted a game where he gets to make the choices and see how things play out. We've actually got 8 of these books we call cinematic adventures. There's 4 of them in stores now: Escape from New York, Kong Skull Island, Pacific Rim, and The Crow.
Oh, I mean, you've hit me with at least 3 out of the 4 so far, man. I love Pacific Rim, and I adore The Crow.
Yeah, they're great. And Crow's great urban fantasy. Each of these actually expands the game rules in a genre direction. So post-apocalypse, monster fighting, giant robots, urban fantasy. We're also coming out with Highlander, which is going to be a really big one. A lot of people...
My heart!
It's good stuff. And
why you do this to me?
My mission was don't disappoint the fans. They've been disappointed too many times, and that's not going to happen with us, right? So we've also got Total Recall coming out, which is a ton of fun. You got mutant characters and science fiction action. And then we've also got Rambo for military fantasy. And last is Universal Soldier, which is going to bring cybernetic rules that you can use for kind of cyberpunk. It's not the best movie in the world, but it's kind of iconic. And playing dead reanimated soldiers working for secret government organizations in a dystopian future is actually really cool role-playing, so it should be fun.
Yeah, my inner child is screaming, yes, please, give me more right now.
We're working hard to do that.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, I tell you what, if people out at home have the exact same reaction to me going instant want, where do we go to find you guys? Where do I go to buy this?
So evilgeniusgaming.com, evilgeniusgames.com, let me get that right, is where you can find our website. We've got a store and information on all our stuff. You can find us on DriveThruRPG as well. And we're in almost all the your local friendly game shops, quite a few, and almost all the distributors. So pretty easy to get however you like to buy the games.
Okay guys, if you have been looking for some RPG goodness that lets you tap in to some of those classic movies from the olden days, get your comments in below, go check it out. I am in love with this system so far. So I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see what happens. Bye-bye.